Good morning, good morning. Thank you for stopping in and having a cup with Corliss. I'm excited. I'm excited. As you can see, we're talking about red. We're talking about being in your red jacket. We're talking about being in management with Mary Kay. So, what would be your purpose? Why would you even want to ask somebody to join your team? Well, it's fun. Good morning, Kimberly. It's just fun. It's just fun to have people on your team. It's just fun to say, hey, girl, come on, let's do this together. But the commissions, as you build a team, more and more and more team members, the commissions that you will earn. Mary Kay Ash, the woman herself, taught that that's a second avenue of income in Mary Kay. It's not the second, but it's we have two avenues of income: selling the product, sharing the opportunity. And Mary Kay taught that you determine what you want your team building check. She called it a love check. Why? Because we love to get them. No, but we've shared in love for these people to come on our team, and we get commission checks every single month. And so planning what you want to do with that commission check. Do you want to set it aside to help pay for a trip you've got coming up? Something you want to do special for an organization you want to contribute to. Maybe you've got a child in college or getting ready to go to college, or maybe you've got just other educations, private schools, and extracurricular activities for your children, or maybe just for yourself. Hey, when I first got my commission checks, let me tell you, I was working a full-time job. Mary Kay was just kind of my play money. But when those commission checks started coming in and they were $300 or $400, woo, I became a shoe fanatic. I'm sorry. Yes, I was. I had like by the time it was over and I said, enough is enough, come on, I had 300 pairs of shoes. I even had somebody come in and install extra shelves in my closet because I wanted them facing the correct. I wanted, them facing so I could always see the heel, so I know what heel to put on, and I could see the toe, deciding what toe. Anyway, I was into shoes. Okay, so that's what I did with my first commission checks. But you know what? This amazing opportunity, just asking someone to listen and seeing if this is a fit for them. That's what we're talking about. I've got on a company, it's not a company issue red jacket, but the company red jackets look like this. And you get to pick from Mary Kay. When you have 3 team members on your team, you get to pick what red jacket you want to wear. And of course, I've got my name badge on and my Mary Kay pen, and I have an Elite Team Leader pen enhancer. So this is the highest elite team leader with 8 people on your team. Just 8. It's the highest. Just 8 is the highest you can get at a red jacket level. An elite team leader. Now you can have 15, 30 people on your team and never choose to become a sales director, but elite team leader is the highest title that you will get at that level. But your income, oh my goodness, can be off the chain. It's up to you. So why would people want to start Mary Kay? I was having some sharing the opportunities yesterday with different women, and one lady was 19 years old, and she had a little job and getting ready to go to college, but she just lost her job. They let her go. So she needs extra money. She just needs extra money. And another lady that I spoke with yesterday had recently retired early. And her deal is to travel. Perfect reason to be in Mary Kay, because every travel trip she takes is now a tax write-off. Oh my goodness, she got so excited about that. And yeah, because, we need tax breaks all the time, with what's going on. But to be able to write off what she is enjoying doing, wanting to do, places that she's wanting to go, how does that become a tax write-off? because everywhere she goes, she's going to have some samples, her card, and maybe some books with her. That's it. She can travel light. She doesn't have to carry product. And she's going to give a card to a waitress. She's going to give a sample to the people at the hotel. She's going to leave something in her hotel for her, the maid that cleans her room. She's going to offer the book to family and friends or people that she's having conversations with. That is what makes this trip a tax write-off. So she's so excited. Tax benefits. Oh my goodness. And then let's see, who else did we share the opportunity with? A young lady I spoke with on Saturday. She just had a new baby. And so just the thought of she's not working because she didn't have a job that gave her benefits for being off. So she's not working. And, you know, she's relying on her boyfriend, significant baby daddy, is what she told me, to bring in the income. But you know how women, you know how we feel about that. We can only do that for so long because we got to have our own cash in our pocket. So when I talked to her about, she already has a 2-year-old and now she has a newborn, just born in December, how she can be at home working her fingers, sending the e-catalog out, setting up her website and directing people to her website, setting up her customer base, database on her My Customer app on her phone, and getting people to go visit her website, order from her website, telling them that she has a challenge. It's all from her home, and she can do this while the baby's napping, in between just sitting and rocking, maybe even feeding the baby. You know, these young kids, I don't know how old she is. I mean, I think she's in her late 20s, but they can do a lot of multitasking. And so that's a fit for her. So why would these people want to come into Mary Kay? The flexibility is one of my big ones. Y'all already know flexibility. I don't want to clock in anywhere. Priorities of God first, family second, and career third. You know, people are excited that the company is based on those principles, but that's not necessarily a recruiting perk unless they have been wronged and on their job, not treated right, and things of that nature. Because I think I heard a story recently that a young lady had to take off. Her child was sick. And so she called in, and her boss told her, do you want a job, or do you want to stay home and take care of your child? That was a threat. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me get off that. But advancing at your own pace. Now, training is ongoing. So when you talk to someone, you don't really have to know everything about this business. I don't know everything, and things change. But I know enough with enthusiasm to say, you know what, this business works. It works when you work it. If you put 6 to 8 hours a week into sharing the product, 6 to 8 hours a week sharing the product, you're going to make about $1,000 a week. That's profit. 6 to 8 hours just sharing the product. Okay? So what could you do with that? But the training is ongoing. We're starting with MK University. Mary Kay has that on Mary Kay In Touch, which is our platform to learn and order and find out all that Mary Kay has for us. There's the video lounges in that same platform. Also, our unit meetings is a great place to land. We will share on Tuesdays at 7, from 7 to 7:30. I'm sharing about products. We're just going deeply into a couple of products, talking about it, talking about the use, talking about the benefits, talking about who would be a fit for this type of product, and we're off in 30 minutes. And then at 8 o'clock, we have a platform is designed just for the sisterhood. Sisters Helping Sisters Succeed is what we call it. And it begins at 8. It has a true format. We have announcements and recognition, and then breakout rooms for individual training. So that platform lasts an hour and a half. But as I was sharing with these other ladies that I was talking with about the opportunity, on Thursdays, we are truly sisters helping sisters, because you can tell a friend of yours and you can't even be on. That's not a good time for you. 7 o'clock on Thursday may not work for you. You may be in choir practice. I don't know. But you can tell your friend, family, co-worker, neighbor, someone you met at the grocery store, you can tell them to hop on this platform on Thursday and we'll take care of them. If they want to know about skincare, they're going to find out that. They want to know about color application, they're going to know about that. I had a lady on a couple of weeks ago, and Rita Hardman is the one sharing about color eye tips, color applications in your eyes and all of that. Does a phenomenal job. Well, I met this lady because I had done a skincare class with some children, some young girls, like her daughter was 8. And so I met her there, and she said she'd like to know about color. So I invited her on. She was on a couple of weeks ago, but of course I knew she wasn't on the skincare. But that's what she wanted to learn. So she learned a lot about facial shapes, how to apply the eyes according to your eye shapes. And then from there, it was like, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to start with a great skin. So I went over on Friday, took care of her and her husband. That was a $200 sale that came from just meeting the lady at the party that her daughter was at. $200 sales. Great customers now. Her and her husband both are now in the skincare. So that is a forevermore, over and over and over and over again relationship. Building that, sharing other products. That's how it starts. That's how it begins. But that platform on Thursdays is amazing. So get your customers there. It's right on Zoom. You guys have gotten the links. It's the same ID and password. All the platforms that we do on Zoom is the same. So you can invite your customers. You can invite, if someone is interested in the career opportunity, and they say, well, you know what, what do y'all do? You know, invite them to our meeting. They're welcome. It's open. Guests are welcome to our meetings at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. And she'll get to see other consultants. Sometimes it takes that vision to be a little wider than you. That's why we always took pride when I was growing up in having Mary Kay events, big or small, but bringing them to events because they can see other people. They can see maybe someone they can relate to. Maybe they can't relate to you. I was just amazed when I went to my first meeting, and I was like, these people, all colors, shapes, and sizes and ages, all of it. I thought my concept of a beauty consultant is that you had to be beauty ready, beauty represented. You know, you have to, no, these women just were wearing the skincare. And coming from little bitty towns, country towns, but guess what? All those people in those little bitty towns needed skincare too. And they were making money. So it doesn't matter. There's so many ways to build a business. This virtual platform is amazing. It's the new way of building our business. And you know what? Tapping into leadership, going into leadership in Mary Kay, I know you say, well, I don't know enough to be a leader. Well, I didn't either. I was just trying to get in my red jacket. 3 people. 3 people is all I needed to be able to wear a company issued jacket to an event. But when we go to events and you want to be recognized, when we're on our platforms on Tuesdays, we're in uniform. We're in our uniform. People can log on and say, wow, they're classy. They're dressed. They're in uniform. Yes, we are. And so that is some ideas of why you really want to just go ahead and ask. Just ask. Ask a relative. Ask a friend. Ask to listen to the opportunity. I still didn't bring that number. I'm going to have it next time, or I'll post it on here. But there is a number. We had another lady. I forgot about her. One of our consultants asked a cousin, a relative of hers, wife, to listen to the career opportunity. Now, it's just a recording that I made really back in 2019, and COVID hadn't hit. So there were some things that have shifted and changed since then, but it's still relevant to someone wanting to know about the business. So that number is there, and she had to go listen, and the consultant called me, asked me if I would follow up with her, and I did. Found out some information, found out if this was a good fit for her. And you know what her objection was? Because I like to know what would hold you back. And her objection was, I'm not the sales type. I don't like selling. And I said, I'm not either. Never was, probably never will be. But I like to share. We just share. We share the products and we share the benefits. And the products sell themselves. And so just setting the platform to share. Hey, this is the cleanser. This is what it does. Try it. Put it on. Wash it off. How's your face feel? I just shared the words to put it on the cleanser. Anyway, I don't want this video to be too long, but what do you want? The commissions get bigger and bigger the more people that you have on your team. The opportunity to become a car driver. I love driving free. Have I owned cars? I bought cars off the showroom floor. I've owned cars. But man, I don't even know cars now because I don't have to. I just pick up one free every 2 years. And anyway, there's nothing like that feeling. There's nothing like the feeling that, let me tell you the difference. When I bought a car off the showroom floor, I was, rolling in it. It was nice. I was like, oh, everything is new. It's smooth. It's got this feature, that feature, and this was been back in the day. But it has all of these, and I'm feeling good. And then the car payment came. And I'm like, okay, thank God. I got it. And another car. And about 6 months down the line, that car wasn't as exciting to drive. But when I tell you that I drive with excitement and enthusiasm all the time, I have my information splashed about the back of my windshield, and I've gotten people calling me one lady called me. I was on the highway and she passed and called me, and we exited, and I exited, met her, gave her some samples. It's fun. It is so much fun. So anyway, driving a Mary Kay car, there's nothing like it. So I hope you choose to just ask. And it starts with one person. One person at a time do you ask to join your team. I hope this is inspiring you to take advantage of that other avenue of income in Mary Kay. It is the one that can truly, truly grow and work for you when you're not working. Have a good day. Bye-bye.